You've had experience working in small communities. You were a parish councillor, is that right?
Yes, I was, yeah.
Wow. Tell me about that. So, I mean, where was it, and what was your role?
Well, I was chairman of a parish council in a village where I live in Hertfordshire. You have been doing your research, haven't you?
Well, yeah.
And we're a small village, and I've always lived my life. I get a lot of pleasure out of doing things, and I believe you get more out of things if you give something back. So I like to get stuck in, and that's how I live my life. And I sometimes think I should say no more often, but I like to get involved. And I joined the parish council and became chairman. And we basically get a bit of money to spend in the village. And I learned really the challenge of bringing a group of people together. My wife Louise would always say that we were a little bit like the Vicar of Dibley for our meetings. But it's amazing. And again, it's the paradox that you learn to manage. People say, oh, there's too much dog mess around. So we would say, well, we'll get you some bins purely to put those in. And everybody says, what a great idea, but I don't want one anywhere near my house.
Interesting.
And likewise, cars were rushing through the village, and we said, we will get some of those speed sensors which capture your speed and say slow down, and everybody says great, but I don't want it anywhere near my driveway. So trying to balance all that together, and consensus is what's important. And I think you need a team, and the oldest expression in the world is there is no I in team. And you've all got to pull together. Everybody's got particular strengths, and everybody's got particular enthusiasms. So the person who wants to sort out the footpaths sorts the footpaths out. The person who wants to lead the redecoration of the cricket pavilion sorts that out. And together as a council, we get things done.
Wow. I absolutely love that. But what happens in sort of the times of crisis where, the chaos is in, no one's leading. Sometimes I feel like the residents are running the care home on this island.
Well, you're trying to, we're sort of straying into politics. And I first of all, I would say that I'm not a politician. It doesn't stop me having opinions, but I'm not a politician. I think the challenges on this island are huge. One thing I learned just from my time as chairman of a parish council, it's very easy for people in a pub to have a bit of bar talk and say, well, they don't know what the hell they're doing. I do this and I do that. They're not the ones making the decisions. They're not the ones taking the responsibility. And again, I think it's about taking people with you and being consistent.
Well, I mean, I completely agree with you there. I mean, like, it's very easy to criticize. Do you think you would ever get involved in politics in Alderney, or have you got enough on your plate? Here we go. Ellis Downes is dying on the podcast.
I've got chest pain. I think it was. I think it was the Olympic rower. What was his name? Steve Redgrave, and he said, if ever just after Olympic Games, he said, if ever I get in a boat again, shoot me.
Wow, I love that.
I have no desire to get involved in the states. It doesn't mean I don't care passionately about this island. It doesn't mean that I don't want to learn and maybe give suggestions. But as for being a states member, no, thank you.